Hello and welcome back, everybody. This is round 7 of the MTG Paper Legacy Discord Season 4 Invitational. I am PresBUTW. I am joined here back in the booth by Dr. Leo. How are you doing today?
What's up, yo? All right, I am excited because once again, covering Seek and Show, one of my favorite combo decks in order to watch. Mostly because some of the games are fast, and other ones a Seek and Show losing, so I'm okay with that. So when we're talking about this matchup, though, Malfi is hungry. This is literally Malfi's always the bridesmaid, never the bride moment. I think Malfi's hungry for it. I think Malfi's going to take down Tensai this time.
Yeah,
And
I think Malfi is really well positioned to take him down, honestly.
yeah, so Malfi came in with the sneak and show sideboard setup because Malfi was not going to lose to this deck again. And, I really do think Malfi was prepared for this moment that Tensai and him squared up, and it's going to be a good game. This is going to be like straight grudge match stuff. And remember, this is dice roll.
Yeah, exactly. This is the lower bracket. The winner of this match will go on to face Dalibor in the grand finals, unless we have a bracket reset. However, for that match, Dalibor, unless Tensai, actually no, because Dalibor is the number 3 seed. Tensai's number 1 seed. How's this gonna work?
Oh,
We'll
it's
have
gonna
to
be,
figure that part out.
yeah. And I think Tensai saying hello to everybody once again. Always showing up here like a absolute boss that Tensai is. Tensai has always been the end game boss. Seeing him in the lower bracket was a surprise to all of us. But once
It's
again,
very late for Tensai as well.
exactly. But like Tensai just showing up and just calmly going, okay, this is what I do. It's like another day in the office. It's just absolutely slaying it. And it's gonna be really interesting to see. Hey, I really do think with Tensai being on the play here, that slight advantage, especially with the turn one Ragavan possibility, is pretty solid.
Yeah. And yes, Dalibor, I think you are correct because as soon as you go down to the lower bracket, your seeding no longer matters. So technically speaking, you would be third seed over whoever wins this one's no seed. So, but that's what I believe. Chaotic Bear will be the final word on that one there.
Man, why is my camera all the way down up there? But anyways, I'm excited to see what happens with this food chain deck. Like we talked about previously on the podcast, the food chain and lists have been very solid. The fact that this is Bant versus his Rug though, that you do miss out on Squee, which is like the better part of this deck, but you get to play this like fair Bant shell that is good versus Delver, and then all of a sudden you're just like boom, food chain kill you.
Yeah, exactly. So it looks like Tensai is keeping 7.
But I'm surprised with no recruiter of the guard. You'd think if you're in band, like you throw in some recruiter
I
of the guards.
I actually don't mind it because I've seen again last night. Actually, I was playing against Oliver on Food Chain. I was playing this super sweet a grist insect tribal deck, which is a lot of fun. It's not the most amazing thing, but it's a lot of fun. Yeah, no, having ability to tutor up the thing makes the combo way better. But at the same time, I really respect the way that Malfi's gone on here by literally just playing a mid-range control deck that can just combo you out of nowhere if the cards line up right.
Yeah, well, let's be real here. It still can play the fair gameplay because it has a 2 mana draw 4 in the form of Manipulate Fate, which is by far the best card in the deck.
Yep.
If you've never seen this card, as soon as it hits the stack, you counter it. Period.
Yeah, pretty
Because
much.
if it resolves, they'll just tutor out with the exact combo pieces that they need in exile and then draw a card that's fresh. It is so good.
Yeah. So we got Tensai leading off on Petal, Misty, and then just passing the turn back. And then Malfi's going to go get a Snow Island and then Ponder. And again, I also just want to stress this that I've mentioned in the past round here that the snow basics are very important in this matchup, given that Ice Fang Kotal is one of your biggest stops to Tensai's deck.
Yeah, Ice Fang Portal can do the thing where you're going to basically suicide it in underneath an Emrakul and just hope to stabilize after that, or against a Grizzle
Or
Daddy.
block a Grizzlebrand, which is huge.
Yeah. Which is once again Another thing, like why I always tick mark in the direction of the omniscience with cutting wish build, simply because of the fact that cutting wish does give you those outside like, okay, all I need is omniscience and then cutting wish and I'm just gonna win. Just fire mites foresight, do all that sort of stuff. But if you want to find out more about that, you can check out our VOD on YouTube where I played that deck on our Legacy Live event. Super fun.
Yeah, it's those legacy live events are super fun.
Oh,
Would
I
highly
had
recommend.
I had so much fun playing against my good friend Mr. Jack Dax, our wonderful stream tech, and just doing a little cleaning up, a little sweeping up around. Love you, homie. But we go into this third turn, and this is always the second turn. This is always the most dangerous part for Seek and Show because they can
Ooh,
go Ancient Tomb up,
ooh.
and you can play around days as well. Not that Malfi runs days.
No, so this is force. This is going to be a sneak attack,
Are we going sneak attack? Okay, I like this.
and you need to counter this if you're Malfi.
100%.
Force pitch
Okay,
Griffin. Oh, free
pitching
pitch.
Griffin is just so good.
Oh, force pitch show and tell. Oh
Force pitch, don't
no.
tell.
Oh, can Malfi fire back?
They always have it, dude. Oh,
Oh, he's got it. Okay, so the sneak
Tensei
attack
got it.
lands. So Malfi has T minus one turn to find something here. Unless Tensai's hand is just hot doo doo.
This is what I'm telling you. Just
Oh,
sometime.
Caracas. Literally bounces every single
Whoa,
creature in the entire deck.
Okay, you know what? You know what? There is an answer to this though. First of all, you need a second red source and two fatties. Because if either fatty resolves, it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, land? Oh, oh, Tensai. Oh, don't do it. He has a
Let's see
family.
here. That being said, though, again, Malfi, the hard game for Malfi, given these sideboard setups, the hardest game for Malfi is going to be game one.
Oh, by far. By far. And that's where these decks prey against fair blue is that like you're just gonna ape hard. Alright.
Yeah.
Do we have Grizzle Daddy?
This is an Emrakul, so this is a
Oh.
thing. If this goes right to combat,
Oh. Do we just have both fatties?
oh my
Oh!
god.
Oh! Oh, Tensai, you dirty bastard! Oh! Oh! What did I say? I need exactly land and two fatties.
Oh. Wow,
Oh
what do
my
you
god.
do? So
Oh,
now
rock
if
and
you're in
hard
Malfi's
place.
position, so this is the hard part is you need to move to combat. Yeah, you bounce the
You have
Emrakul
to
here.
bounce the Emrakul, obviously, but your opponent still has the Grizzle brand.
Yeah. Now this is going to be a huge hit. This is going to put Tensai up to a huge amount of life now.
Yep. And Malfi's down, and now Tensai gets to draw, prepare the next couple of hands, guarantees to have another Grizzle brand and an Emrakul,
Yeah.
and just
So
calls it
Malfi
good.
basically has one turn to stabilize.
Yeah, it is. I mean, at this point, you're between a rock and a hard place. And the only unfortunate thing is that you have to pay the full life right now.
Yeah.
You got to pay the full 14 up front. You can't just be coy with it, and you definitely don't want to go down to like, oh, you don't want to go down to a sneaky snow snake come in and kill you type range.
No, for sure. And that's just it, is that the other thing as well is that given this board state right now, Malfi cannot afford an Emrakul attack.
No,
So
cannot.
Malfi needs an answer to this sneak attack.
Yeah. So answers to sneak attack. What do we got? We got prismatic. No,
There's no way he'll
nothing.
be able to cast it big enough.
Nothing,
Excuse me.
nothing, nothing in the main deck right now. So the only other option would be to literally kill him.
Yeah.
And I do not think that is possible. Though that being said, you can food chain, cast food chain, and then evoke an endurance into play. With the evoke trigger on the stack, you exile it to food chain. Their Misthull Griffin's already in the what's called in the exile. You just go off. So that
Yeah.
is possible.
Yeah, so that there is one out here. However, though, we also know that Tensai's hand is massive.
Stacked.
And
Yep.
we also know that there is another Emrakul in hand.
Yep. And Tensai coyly discarding another Ragavan as well, which could technically
Yeah.
be an additional lethal attacker.
And Malfi just goes draw pass. Huh.
Yeah. I think
There's
I think
also a
Malfi's just
possibility of
accepting fate.
solitude here, which would be nuts.
Solitude?
Oh no, not in game one. Sorry, this is
Yeah,
game
not
one
in game.
still.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So here is
Activate,
Emrakul,
activate. Put in Grizzlebrand. Put in
Grizzlebees,
Emrakul, and then dash in Ragavan as well for the extra gotchas.
fetch down to 7. So of note now, Tensai is not able to draw cards off this Grizzlebrand by fetching there.
Nah, you don't care. You're gonna get in
Well,
for the damage with the Grizzlebrand because your opponent can't afford.
oh, I guess you
Or-
don't have a white mana for a Swords to Plowshares. Ooh, because if you could Swords the Grizzlebrand and then just bounce the Emrakul, then you can survive another turn.
Oh, do we not have another red mana to two volcanic islands? Yeah, one tropical. Damn. I bet you
Bounced.
Tensai was about to dash in a Ragavan, but then realize all he had was Yeshua
Yeah.
Trop.
Wow. Goes to 5, 14. Tensai's going to draw more cards. We're going to try this again next turn.
Okay, here's an issue though. Okay, there is a third Grizzlebrand. I was gonna say if there's no third Grizzlebrand, this
Well,
Caracas
all Tensai
can.
would have to do is just discard one of the Emrakuls if he has multiples to shuffle everything back in.
Oh yeah, true. Uh, I still just really want to see a Ragavan sneaked into play or something like that.
Just to save on 1 mana.
Yeah,
I
because
don't think you'd want to do that because then it would get sacrificed instead of dash where it
I
goes
mean
back
you
to your
don't
hand.
care. You don't care.
I
You're
guess.
you're at this point. You're that Ragavan's pretty much a lethal little swinger. So like if you're gonna have the Emrakul and you do the Ragavan, you can dash in you dash in the Ragavan and you activate with the sneak attack with the Emrakul, and then they're forced Malfi's forced to play. It's gone at 3 life, but I mean it it's really hard to get around that.
Yeah, that's the
It's
other
just
thing too
another
is we
attacker.
actually don't know if Tensai drew a third Grizzlebrand there. Because again, Grizzlebrand and Emrakul are legendary. You can't have multiples in play. We do know about the Emrakul, and the one Emrakul's fine with the Caracas out.
Yeah, exactly. A single off. That's what I'm saying. A single off Emrakul won't get the job done, but an Emrakul and a monkey will eventually get the job done.
Yeah. So we're gonna see a ponder here. So it looks like Tensai's digging.
Yeah, probably searching for that other one. I mean, at this point, you can also even go show and tell, put in omniscience, and go that way, just casting Emrakul.
I would actually be super wary about casting Show and Tell right now.
And what is your opponent gonna put in? Food chain? There's no creatures
You never know.
into play. Um, you're not low enough that something like a
Down
yeah,
to
like there's
5
nothing
for
that you'd
Tensai.
care. If your opponent puts in an Uro, like, oh no. So like I think casting show and tell here would be okay if you have omniscience in hand. I
Yeah.
would not say it's okay if it's just a naked Evercroll.
Yeah. Well, especially because that actually does nothing with the Caracas out anyway.
Exactly. A naked Emrakul is nothing that you want to show and tell in. But omniscience, that's okay.
Yeah. So we get the third Emrakul again, or the same Emrakul. And then what's gonna happen now? Pay 3, dash in a Ragavan.
Like I was saying, like a dashed in
Okay.
Ragavan, that is a legitimate threat right now because of the fact that Malfi is so low
Yeah.
that
Hits
that can
Force
get
of
there.
Will. If you're in Malfi's position, you actually almost are kind of glad that that happened, so that way you can just
Exactly.
clear the top of the deck.
Exactly. Hey, I mean, Force of Will is
Forest. Okay. Here
still
we go. We can
valid.
cast a Codal now.
Okay, Kotal can be a effective thing, but yeah, Tensai has a bajillion cards in hand. I guarantee you one of them is Force plus pitch.
Oh yeah.
Or at least a daze. Because at that point, your opponent's gonna have to tap down the Caracas, so like even daze is live here.
Yeah. I would still be very wary about how much life I would be paying here if I was in 10 size shoes, just because that you never know when a whole bunch of creatures could come in.
Yep. Okay, we got
Sneak
Emrakul
attack,
again.
Emrakul, dash in, Ragavan,
Dash and Ragavan.
pay 2, cast the Codal.
Yep. Don't care. You
Ooh,
have to. That's what I
daze.
was saying. The daze is valid here because of the fact that your opponent cannot tap down that Caracas other than to tap it.
Yeah. Double checking, 5 cards in hand.
Yep, 5 cards in hand.
Force. Ooh, I don't know if
Just
I like
saying.
this. This puts Malfi to 2. Well, I guess it's
Yeah,
better than just letting it get countered and dying.
exactly. And Tensai's got to have Force plus pitch here. Come on, like Tensai has to because of the fact that like just been sitting there sculpting and looks like no, that's good.
Huh.
Oh shit.
Well, the Force may have countered the days, but the Codal's still on the stack. Oh no, it sounds like we're still thinking about it.
Yeah, I think I see a force in hand. I see a little bit of glare in there. I think
Interesting.
you gotta if you got force right now, you go for it hard. Your opponent's got 3 cards in hand. This monkey means a lot because this monkey is now lethal, and you need to get this monkey through. Your opponent can only balance one thing, which is the Emrakul.
Huh. Tensai is deep in the tank here.
I'm wondering what he thinking about. What I'm thinking he has is probably another daze.
That could be, but why would he be like with how many cards he's drawn? Wouldn't you just cast another daze or just force pitch one of the like 8 other blue cards in
Yeah,
hand?
there's
No, it
gotta be.
resolves. Draws a card.
Yeah,
Huh.
Ice Fang's good. Unless does he have like a
Move to combat. Bounce the Emrakul.
what does he got?
Smash. Snap block. Trade. Oh no.
C-Tech beats Caracas this game is confusing how I
Okay. Pays
uh
off the Ancient Tomb. Is this going to be a show and tell? It is. So this is going to be a show and tell. Oh,
so
what are
wait
you
sir
putting in here?
uh the, the
Oh, if there's an
rules
omniscience in hand. Yeah, omniscience. Okay, this will just cast the Emrakul and clean up the game then.
yeah, I think Malfi knows it.
Yeah, cast Emrakul, take another turn, and Malfi's just going to scoop up game 1 there. Wow. That was a lot tighter than I thought it was going to be based on how it went when Tensai just had, here, let's just empty the whole hand and have all the attackers I need.
Move to attackers. I wonder, Oyster. I agree with you that does make sense, but what I'm thinking is there's got to be some sort of rules interactions before, or that maybe prevents that. I don't know. I don't know why that didn't happen. Now that you point that out. If we have any judges on the call or in the chat, please weigh in on this.
I think it's probably because that it's I'd imagine it has to do with end of combat and passing priority or something like that.
Yeah.
So, because I know you could just activate sneak attack again, but it's got to be in the window where it's like you can't put the card back into play after it gets bounced. So, anyway, moving on to sideboards here. So, we got 10 size sideboard up on screen right now, and this is again Rug Sneaky Show. We got 2 copies of Carpet of Flowers, 2 Grafdigger's Cage, 1 Flusterstorm, 1 Engineered Explosives, 1 Pithing Needle, 1 Defense Grid, 2 copies of Pyroblast, 2 Blood Moon, 1 Sorcerer's Spyglass, 1 Pyroclasm, and 1 copy of Through the Breach. What are your thoughts here, Doc?
All right. So first of all, I like the pyroclasm because scoop up the little corals. They're annoying. They're gonna block your stuff. You have to win through combat damage. This is not a cunning wish based build.
Yeah.
I do love pyroblasts, and I do love me some carpet of flowers. The problem is, as when it comes to this sort of deck, with the way you can play it, since you have birds of paradise, you can basically play around the carpet of flowers if you really wanted to. And a lot of the spells in blue that are here, you're not really gonna want to be casting anyways. The only blue spell that you're gonna really require heavy blue for is gonna be Murktide Regent and Uro. Other than that, it's like you're gonna be casting a lot of like reactive blue spells. So, oh, I do like the Carpet of Flowers, but understand that it is possible for Malfi to play around it.
Yeah. As far as my end goes, I think Blood Moon would be very good. However, once the food chain's out, it's not going to do anything anymore.
Yeah.
The other thing as well is, as I've mentioned this multiple times, I really like Pyroblast being able to put the Miss Hologriffins in the graveyard.
Yes, I fully agree. Pyroblasts are solid. My question is, how hard are you going to try and hate on things like mana bases? Because there's a lot of basics here. I really doubt you're gonna want to be doing Blood Moony type stuff. There's Birds of Paradise, stuff like that, as well as the fact that Pithing Needle and Sorcerer's Spyglasses have no targets really whatsoever other than Walking Ballista. So
Yeah.
I think out of all these other possibilities, I think those are just gonna be solid ones we're talking about. Though I also like bringing in the Misers Through the Breach,
Yeah.
just another alternative way.
Yeah. So Pickle Plop, this is the lower finals. This is round 7. So,
Yep.
but yeah, moving on to Malfi's sideboard here, we got a real humdinger of a sideboard for this matchup. Oh my goodness. We got 2 copies Carpet of Flowers, 1 Flusterstorm, 2 Veil of Summer, 1 Collector Roof, 2 copies of Containment Priest, 1 Meddling Mage, 1 Sylvan Library, 2 more copies of Endurance, 1 Peacekeeper, 1 Foundation Breaker, and a Solitude. Oh my goodness. For
So
me, the Peacekeeper, the Solitude, and the Containment Priests are automatic includes. They have to come in.
I mean, Meddling Mage is also a slam dunk. Flusterstorm's slam dunk. Carpet of Flowers are also really solid. Your opponent literally cannot fetch anything but islands. I love bringing Carpet of Flowers versus Sneak and Show, mostly because of the fact that it allows me to be proactive on my turn without having to tap out a mana that could be reactive on my opponent's turn.
Yeah,
Veils are something I wouldn't bring in because I think it's a little bit more of a trap. I think the idea of a big blowout of the Veil of Summer on a stack is smaller in this type, but I do like Veil of Summer against like anything that has black as well as counter spells.
yeah,
But
for
yeah,
sure.
I like the 2 Carpet of Flowers, the Flusterstorm, the Meddling Mage, the 2 Containment Priests, and then the Peacekeeper and Solitude.
Yeah,
I mean, there's even you could even convince me for the Sylvan Library, just like cut down on like combo pieces and a couple of other like bad things like prismatic endings, and then just go full like Bant control.
yeah, for sure. And yeah, I think that's kind of the big thing there for sure. And again, I've mentioned this before. I love Solitude in this matchup. It is a Swords of Plowshares that gets past Emrakul's protection from colored spells. And not only
Yeah, that was
that,
the thing that everybody forgot about when it was first spoiled until I think it was God, it was some podcast, was talking about I think it might have been Leaving a Legacy or something. It was like, "Does this kill Emrakul?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, it does." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." So then people were like, "Oh yeah, this thing can kill Emrakul." So
yeah,
that's solid. Because little things like that give extra value. It's the reason why Goblins runs what's it called? The freaking Crater Maker.
yeah, yeah. Crater Maker being able to just hit an Emrakul for 1 mana, so good.
So looks like Malfi's keeping on 7.
Yeah, Malfi's on 7. This is Tensai's mulligan to 6 right now. So it looks like Tensai will be keeping and putting a card on the bottom. And also Malfi will be on the play for game 2 here.
Yeah,
Bone
exactly.
Shredder hype. Yeah. Okay, so we got basic island. So this is automatically going to mean that the Blood Moons are not going to be terribly amazing
Yeah, exactly.
if they did come in.
I highly doubt they're gonna be doing anything.
Yeah.
I do think here that one of these players is going to lead off on a carpet of flowers soon, and that might make a difference.
Yeah, it's very possible. Again, earlier the carpet of flowers comes down, the more value it'll accrue over the course of a game.
Oh, early carpet of flowers is just like
So clean, yeah.
perfect. I was
Petal,
playing
pass.
I was playing pest control about a
Caracas
couple weeks
again.
back. Oh, okay. But the problem is once again, no green mana.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see the problem of like, okay, yeah, you have two of your colors, but where's the important one?
Yeah. That being
Um
said, though, this is also turn 2.
oh, are we
Malfi
gonna see
hasn't
it?
missed a land drop yet. That's a lot of mana very quick. Ooh. So now, hilariously, the one thing that the Caracas does do is this actually turns off sneak attack this turn. Sneak
Oh, we got
attack.
another sneak attack. Yep, Caracas shuts it off. God, I wonder if Seek and Show is ever going to adapt to playing anything that's like a non-legendary to get around Caracas sometimes.
Ooh, force a negation.
What are we pitching?
That is a good question. We'll find out here. I think he's asking how many cards in hand. And see if we can get another free pitch here with the oh, pitch is force of will. Interesting.
Ooh.
Huh.
Okay. Okay. I don't mind that.
Flashes in containment priest.
Flashes in Containment Priest.
Oh, gets
Oh,
it with the daze.
Tensai. Yes.
Oh, painful.
Oh, I
And we
like
are on
that.
curve here. Okay.
Oh, ending
Oh,
taking out the
Lotus petal.
pedal. That's dope.
I actually really like that, to be totally honest.
Yeah. Take your opponent off of the extra mana for the next turn.
Yeah. Well, it also means that, like, in this case right here, we do have the island, but this also means that this doesn't give Tensai any red mana.
Exactly.
Ponder.
Okay, I'm digging this. I'm digging this.
Man, that whole exchange was super awesome. I love it.
Okay, so my question is, are you digging for land drops here on this pond, or are you trying to dig for like some sort of permission? Because in my
If
eyes,
I go ahead.
oh, go ahead, go ahead, homie.
And to me, I would be looking for some way to advance this board state, either an Uro or a food chain or a Mist Hologriffin or something.
You
Even
read
if it's something as
my
simple as
mind.
Kodal.
I would 100% love an Earl right now.
Yeah. Mountain Pass. Okay, so there is
No,
evidently little to no business in Tensai's hand.
no,
Either
no, no,
that or
no,
he
no,
has
no.
business but no
There's
protection.
business. There's no action part of it. There's no. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, this is bad.
I'm in danger. Uh, yeah, your opponent just draws 4 cards. Congratulations, you lose.
Yeah.
Um, this
So
is this is bad.
yeah, so this is gonna be at least one Miss Hologriffin is gonna be the Eternal Scourge, and then we'll see if we're gonna get a second Miss Hologriffin, unless there's a card Malfi really doesn't want to draw.
Yeah, this is yep. Because that way, from Eternal Skirt.
Yeah.
Oh,
Doesn't
excuse
want the
me.
brainstorm. We haven't seen Malfi do the triple for an actual draw 4 yet, which is interesting.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Uh, I'm confused. That card is restricted in vintage for a reason. We can play 4 of them. Why you no play Brainstorm? Like, okay, I'm down. Okay, I'm down. No,
I'm
let's
sure
see.
Malfi has a reason for it. The other option too is that he could be saving them for more manipulate fates later.
Brainstorm.
So we're getting 3 here. I imagine this is going to be a show and tell. Cast show
Okay.
and tell.
We got the
Forced
force.
pitch, missed hollow. Okay, so there
That's
was another
why.
missed hollow in
There's
hand.
another missile in hand.
And now Tensai, I believe.
Force
Okay,
pitching
so there's
force.
only one card left in hand for Tensai.
It's got to be Grizzle Daddy.
It's
It's
gotta
either
be
be
Grizzles for
Grizzlebrand
sure.
or Omniscience. Oh, Malfi! Try to decide. Yep. Okay. It's
Deep in the
happening.
tank.
Is it food
Oh, puts
chain?
in food chain, puts in Grizzle Bees.
Grizzlebrand.
So
So
now, if you pay to activate, I imagine, do you bounce immediately?
I think you have to
I
because
would, just because if Tensai wants to draw 14, he's going to have to go down to 1. But it
yeah,
looks like he's letting him draw it.
exactly that reasoning, as well as the fact that when it comes to Grizzlebrand, you want to be able to bounce it and force them to be able to discard a card that they don't want to discard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bounce the
see,
Grizzlebrand on end step, and this is also going to put Tensai down
you
to more than likely having to discard at end of turn.
oh, activating. No fear.
No
No
fear at
fear.
all?
Oh my god, if Malfi just like, okay, cast Walking Ballista for 1.
That would be so wild. So this
Oh
does,
yeah.
though, give Tensai the best chance at having a big hand here. But, oh man.
Surprise. Homie, I listened to that one. I when Patrick found out that Brainstorm was legal and historic, and then found out that people just didn't play Brainstorm, just questioning their choices in life. It's like, come on, it's Brainstorm. There's a reason why I play this format. Do you see this on my wall? There's a reason. Card is
Brainstorm's a very
great.
good card. And yeah, of note as well, that is a very good point, Oinkster, that this turns off Ancient Tomb.
Who needs that?
Also turns off Force of Will.
Where we're going, we don't need no stinking Ancient Tomb or
Huh.
Force of Wills.
So because
Actually
that
don't
there's
know
no
how he
main deck
wins
Force
here.
negation, this means Daze is Tensai's only counterspell.
Yeah, exactly. Uh, yeah,
And
it was
oof.
hilarious. One of my top 5 favorite episodes. That podcast is great. Shout out to Receivables podcast, Cedric Phillips and Patrick Sullivan, and Notice Me Senpai.
Okay. Malfi, you need a draw. You need a draw here.
So we got 2 red blasts in Tensai sideboard. So there are some counter spells. So we
Yep.
got 2
3.
Pyroblasts.
Eternal Scourge. This is
Ooh,
amazing
this is
because
what.
you need exactly Daze here. You cannot force a will at 1 life.
Yep.
Oh, it
Well,
resolves.
it's colorless.
Fetches
Oh, no, 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 no.
or cast Brainstorm? Okay, this
I
must be
think
in
this is
response to the
yeah,
Scourge?
this is yeah. Yeah,
Huh.
this is in response still. It hasn't resolved yet.
It resolves.
Oh, it
Okay.
resolves.
So, very importantly, when Malfi exiles this, he's going to have to go up to 4 mana to cast the Eternal Scourge again. So that way he'll always have a mana floating for days. And then he can just go out and play these Griffins like this.
Oh my god, I swear to God, if Tensai just sneak attacks through a
Oh.
an Emrakul
I don't think that's good enough in this
and
board
then
state right
still
now.
dies. Oh,
Pyroblast.
Pyroblast.
Just
Ooh.
Del. Just counters Uro, immediately escapes Uro.
Immediately escapes Uro. Yeah, because you have infinite colorless mana. Just like,
Yeah.
oh nope, right back here.
Yeah. Cast it out again. Gains 3 life. This is
Yeah.
22.
Nope, but you know what you could do with Food Chain Meta? Just replay Uro again, because
Yep.
that's Uro. Does your
Casts a
taxes,
burb.
attends those events that you
Wow.
don't want to attend.
Oh, that is true, Goat. You can't pay for days with food chain mana. Oh. Huh. That's right. You can only spend that mana on casting creatures.
Yeah.
Huh. Wild.
Oh,
Petal
Tensai's confidently moving.
3.
What?
Cast show and tell.
Oh,
Sure.
oh no. Oh, don't do this. Oh, the poor man has a family.
Is this
Don't. Is this
if this
sneak
is
attack?
omniscience? Oh, it is.
Oh,
Is it well,
oh, and you know he's got Grizzlebrand in hand.
Grizzlebees?
Do we have an Emrakul? Oh, we got
No,
a
we have a
Ponder to find
ponder
an
though.
Emrakul. Oh, look at
And
it.
yet
We
very
got.
slowly eking the cards apart. Shuffle.
Oh, shuffle. Oh, come on,
Yeah.
flip it. Flip it.
And of
Flip
note
it.
as well, you'd think that Malfi needs to attack for enough in order to get through the lifelink. He's just gonna Karakas the Grizzlebrand back to hand.
Oh, come on. Come on,
Oh,
flip it.
this match is
If
so
if it's
tight.
Sneaky Show players always got it on top. They just always got it on top. Oh, they just always got it. What is it? Oh, come on, don't do this to
Yeah.
us. Oh, that was like, oh, I was almost there. Come on.
I don't think it's the Emrakul because it would have come in by now.
Oh yeah, it might be a cantrip. Oh
And
no, it
yeah.
just says to pay to 7, and we go to a game 3.
Oh
Woo!
wow. Ooh.
Oh, woo!
We get the chance. The runner up to go in the distance is still alive.
Oh, my heart can't take that. Oh, that was good. Oh, the sneaky show players, they always just got it. They just always got it, and this is the one time they just don't got it.
Oh man, this is such good magic. Oh my goodness.
Oh, balls of steel. Malfi's got balls of steel there, just confidently, just like, okay, yeah, show and tell results. Put in my food chain. Hopefully, let's see what happens.
The interesting thing though is that putting in the food chain off the show and tell meant that it was the one way to get food chain in without dealing with permission.
Oh man,
Oh,
that was good.
that was a very good match. Oh my
Okay, so
goodness.
this is what we were talking about though earlier. Like the MTG Paper Legacy Discord. You know, we pride ourselves on really focusing on one of the most high intensity, high level of skill play Magic. Legacy is one of those formats that people dedicate lives and time and effort into like crafting and creating and working on these decks. And like you could really show it. Like that's the reason why Legacy is like such a good community and why it's such a good place to play. So if you want to be involved with this, exclamation point Discord in the chat, come hang out with us. Honestly, I'm like in such a mood. I'm gonna stay up. I have to be up at like 2 a.m. to start the EU tournament. I don't care. I'll be up. I got nothing to do tomorrow. I got yard work to do eventually.
It'll be a good time for sure. I managed to play one of those EU tournaments one time just because I was just awake playing another game and I was like, you know what? I'm already here, may as well go. And I won.
No, I haven't played in a tournament in a while on here. I was unfortunately missed out my last like in-person event because my dog had to go into surgery. Sad puppers. But like, I haven't played much Magic lately. I'm just ready to get back into it. Like I can't decide what I want to play though.
Yeah. No, and this will be really good too, but we got another round here, or we got this game 3 to go through. Then we also have the winner of this match going on to play Dalibor, who is at the top of the winner's bracket. And if Dalibor wins that match, Dalibor wins the entire invitational. However,
5 bucks
if
says
Malfi
Dalibor
or
sitting there
Tensai,
sweating.
yeah, if Malfi or Tensai defeats Dalibor for the first match, we have a bracket reset, which means that they will have to play another best of 3. This is double elimination. You cannot lose until you have lost 2 matches.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Last time we had a bracket reset. It was really fun to watch.
Ooh.
That was really tight Magic. I don't know when it comes to this one because we have what's really wild 3 combo decks in the very finals, and you know say what you want about Food Chain being like a mid range combo deck and stuff like that. I really think it's wild because when we were talking about it, I was listening to the podcast earlier while I was on my break that, we didn't predict much combo. We were just like, oh yeah, there's
No.
gonna be some like fair Urza's pile, maybe a couple of Delver decks. Definitely someone's gonna probably play Bant, and then like also it's like majority Bant and then the rest combo.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is that the one thing I do want to stress though is all three of these decks that are still live do have combos in them. However, I think that with the way that they're playing, Sneak and Show is the most combo centric of them.
Oh, of course. I mean, literally, a Sneak and Show has always been a combo deck for the entirety of its life, and it is the definition of a combo deck in Legacy. When
Tensai is
people
mulliganing down, goes to
we
5.
we're going to 5, shit.
Yeah, this is not where
Being
you
on the
want to be if you're
draw,
Tensai.
going up to 6, it's not the worst thing.
No, no, no. Tensai will be on the play on a mulligan to 5.
Yeah.
Malfi's going up to 8 cards here on the first turn.
Yeah, Bear, like we didn't expect it. We were just like, maybe one, maybe two, just because we expected Champagne to play one of the variations of the best deck, either Bant or Delver, because we are like Champagne hasn't been in a little bit, just coming in just strong on just the best deck might just be the way to play it. And sure enough, like yeah, coming on Bant wasn't a bad play, but like it just seems like these combo decks just went a little bit higher than the Bant decks did.
Yeah.
I mean,
And to be fair, a lot of these decks have really good game and then just a really strong combo finish to them.
yeah.
So, but Tensai looks like he's going and cracking a fetch immediately, which we haven't seen him do yet. So I wonder if he's just going to either cantrip or if he's going to Ragavan here.
I hope Ragavan.
Cantrip.
Aw, I just like seeing the monkey.
I could do with less Ragavan in my life personally, but that's just me.
I mean, I've been on both sides of the monkey, and I have to say, monkey got power.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I never expected it to be that good, and I connected with it twice. I'm like, oh yeah, this is busted. Like this is insane.
Yeah.
Hey, like if you've never like just proxy it up, MTGPL is proxy friendly 100%. You don't even have to own any of the reserve list cards or anything. It's all about investment, like building up to that collection. Uh, so proxy it up and just like hit somebody with a monkey twice and just feel that power. It's insane.
Yeah, the card's extremely powerful. And yeah, the treasure alone is absolutely nuts.
Yeah, the monkey taking the Mox Diamond and then Forest earlier was just insanely busted. And it's like, okay, I'm gonna go turn one Blood Moon, turn two Monkey, turn three, take your Mox Diamond, which would have fixed your mana. Turn four, take your one of your two basics. Like that was the most insane monkey I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
And I've been
And
to Thailand.
huge thing here too. Malfi's just not even playing around Blood Moon anymore.
I don't even think in no way in hell. No,
Yeah. All
that
three
he's brought
colors
it
on
in.
turn 2.
It's not worth it. It's more important for you to get your mana on
Yeah.
Almoki and
So,
Robber of the Rich. So when
hmm,
when we the Robber of the Rich, I do believe got a little bit of attention in Legacy, but the problem is the fact that it doesn't have like evasion and it just runs into like straight into like everything, and like it doesn't always profitably trade up. But I couldn't remember like what the other problem is. But if you're supporting it with things like Daze and Bolt, like it wouldn't surprise me. But unfortunately, everything just warped by Dragon Ray Channeler.
yeah, exactly. So we're gonna fetch here, looks like on end step. And Malfi leaving the mana open. So this could potentially be interaction, brainstorm, swords to plowshares. This could also be an Ice Fang Codal or a Containment Priest.
The Daemon Priest is hot.
Yeah.
Like, it's really good. Oh, by the way, pick up your old borders while you can. I got my two because they look beautiful.
Yeah, I like some of the old border cards that they have out there. They're really nice.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we got both colors online. What's Tensei thinking here? Like, you got two islands for days. You got maybe a single. Okay, I was gonna say either an ancient tomb or a lotus petal to go for it.
Nothing.
I think there's gotta be missing a threat or something like that, or either the threat or the show and tell. Because if you had sneak attack, you just jam it right there. Especially if you had days.
Yeah. So it was Sneck on end step, smash in for 1.
The technical name for that is Snickus no Snake.
There you go. And here we go, manipulate fate. Let's see if Malfi's
Yeah,
actually going to
draw
draw 4 cards or if
4.
this is just
Yep.
Ancestral Recall.
Nobody counters this card. Or I remember one time I was playing against Oliver on Food Chain, and he goes manipulate fate. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. He goes like, that is the biggest mistake you made this entire game, and I just promptly died. I was like, oh my god, this card is way better than I thought.
Yeah. Pulls out a forest. Interesting. Once again, leaving the other Mist Hollows in there. And of note as well, Malfi's only running 3 Mist Hollow Griffins, not 4.
Yeah. Cathor, no, it was cast last game as well. So like the card is good, and of course we got the Caracas. How does this guy find this card every time? Okay,
That's
he
amazing. Oh my
plays good
gosh.
blue cards.
Well, to be fair, in Malfi's position, if there's any one card you want to see all the time, Crocs is definitely a good one.
Yeah. Respect for the was that Legends? No, yes,
That
that's
is a
probably
Legends
English Legends.
Caracas, and it's
Yeah.
English. I can tell by the coloration of it.
Yeah, I was about to say that's English Legends. Yeah, my Italian one's more colorful version.
It's
The
much
four and
darker.
black border. Yeah, it's a lot darker.
Yeah. I personally love how whitewashed all the English Legends cards look.
I see. I'm more on the Italian side because I just like that color. I like that pop. But that being said, the English legends look like ancient tapestry type art, and I gotta
Oh yeah,
respect
they're
that.
really nice.
Yeah, okay. I gotta admit, whoever Chaotic Bear goes with, like that's just where I default. Like, okay, yes, that's correct. That's like the hierarchy of it because Chaotic Bear has like all the like best of everything, and when it comes to like land space, so like I will take Chaotic Bear's word for that.
Yeah. So we're going to fetch here, it looks like. Go
Okay.
and grab a Valk. This puts Tensai down to 15. Oh, changing his
Oh
mind.
nope, nope. Probably going for an island. Play around Wasteland.
Yeah.
Yep, island. Play around Wasteland. No Wastelands in the list, but might as well.
Yeah, well, I think it's also changes his mind again. Interesting. So if he does go settle on a Valk here eventually, I bet you that there's no Blood Moons in the list at all, in which case
No,
Malfi
no
doesn't have
blood
to worry about
moons.
anything.
Yeah, there's no blood moons.
I would still try and get the snow basics though, just to turn the Snecks on. But
Oh, of course. But Malfi hasn't had a single. It's only had one fetch. That's why.
yeah,
Uh, that being said, chat. Let's start this talk. Revised or form white border? Which one do you prefer? Let us know.
revised.
Well, I see. It's hard for me because I do believe that revised is one of the best looking art by far because it does pop. I love the text box. But the thing is, with the four white borders, especially the Italian ones, like White Tundra just looks so
Yeah.
nice, and it's just
If
like,
we're allowed to
oof.
choose other ones, actually, Unlimited's my favorite. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, and here we go. We have a Containment Priest, which resolves. Oh no. Okay, so Tensai is now on
Oh,
Omniscience or Bust.
yep. And honestly, that's not the worst plan to be on because I think Omniscience in this matchup is where you want Omniscience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, you will not be making enough colors of mana in order to hit that with a prismatic ending.
So yeah, no, definitely not. Uh, Cathor, I agree with that. Form black border, then limited revised, then form white border.
Oh
I can
no,
see that.
Tensai's just breaking. Oh
Yeah,
no, this is not the place to
Tensai's.
brick, Tensai.
What's that
Sneck.
at 15? 12?
Sneck.
More snack? Oh, cycling a veil. This is what I was saying. You
This
didn't
is to
want the
draw a
veils in this
card.
matchup. You didn't want the veil.
This is the only thing
Oh,
that this card is doing is drawing a card right now.
this is what I was saying. You didn't want the veil. There's too many impactful white cards. You don't want to care about the like if you're against blue black, yes, but not against this damn. This veil has just been a dead card in hand this entire time. This Caracas has just beaten Tensai around.
Oh man, this Caracas has been wild. Smash for 4.
Yeah, this is the important part. You can't give Sneak and Show players a chance. You gotta get your sleeper hold in, or you gotta get your one good solid kick in the nuts, and then you gotta just keep on going. And you gotta take that one key piece from their hand, or you gotta just get out the containment priest or something.
Yeah. Brainstorms here. Oh,
Oof. Tensai's got to be feeling the pressure here. Down to
definitely.
8. That ancient tomb increases the clock by a full turn.
That is true. Tensai is at 8 right now. That's so low. And that's the other thing too is Malfi's still resolving this brainstorm.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Malfi gets to craft this perfect hand, and all while understanding that the only thing that is in Tensai's deck that he cares about is the Pyroclasm, and it's a one of, and that's
Yeah.
the fight that Malfi has to win.
Yes.
This
Malfi
is just
must win that fight.
this has just gone to one of my favorite parts of Legacy, also which is known as garbage time, also known as anemic beats, because of the fact that it doesn't matter sometimes 2 twos and 1 ones get there. And I have been beaten down by Elvish Spirit Guides and Vampire Hex Mages before, and sometimes anemic beats just get there. You get your one thing out there that's just keeping you alive, and you just keep on going. You ride that gravy train till the end. Your opponent only has 20 life.
How many times have you died to a painter servant and an imperial recruiter?
By you at least 3 times. There is a fail rate in the early days of Neostorm that was pretty brutal. Uh, yeah.
Yeah, as a giver of the anemic beats on the regular, I'm very, very familiar with what you were
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Oh,
Tensai now has
Tensai's got
infinity
mana.
billion mana.
1, 2, 3, 4,
7.
5, 6, 7. 3 more mana, and you got yourselves an Omniscience. And we saw Tensai cast it earlier, but I think
Yeah.
Tensai just hit the fail rate. There's got to be something missing, or that Caracas has just completely ruined the entire plan.
Yeah. End of note here too. Tensai is on 0 copy of city traders. So this next turn means that further ancient tombs are dead.
Yeah, exactly. This is the last turn that you can really effectively use the Ancient Tomb before you're just done.
Yeah. And I agree, Cathor. Malfi should go frame this Caracas if it takes him all the way to the end.
Seriously.
Because
Like,
not
this
only
Caracas
that,
is
if Malfi wins this, he will be up against a Merit Lage deck.
exactly, that's exactly what I was gonna say. This deck is, like, almost perfectly positioned. This is the one player who just metagamed perfectly and just has just gotten all those good matchups, and I have to say, Malfi is killing it right now.
Yeah.
I am really impressed.
Down to 4 for Tensai. Oh.
Yep, this is it.
Also, one other story I want to say here.
Mhm.
Malfi was on the very cusp of getting into the Invitational. He had 2 points short in order to get in. We had 4 rounds for a last tournament that you could earn points for to get into the Invitational, and he started it out on a double draw 002, and he still needed 2 points in order to
Oh,
get in. So he
Tensai
managed to
scooped
win
it
out
up.
from there, qualify for the Invitational, and look where it's put him now, all the way in the grand finals. Tensai scooping
Tensai
it up. Malfi
Tensai
moving
is
on.
out. Oh my gosh, that is the upset. Tensai, the
Wow.
reigning one of the just top players of the Discord, going down. And you know what? This is what Malfi was saying in the invitational chat. It was literally, I prepared my sideboard for the Sneak and Show match, knowing that that matchup would kill him.
Yeah.
And I have to say, metagamed it perfectly. Like, actually got there, and those sideboard slots have just been brutal every single time. Honestly, Tensai, you had an amazing showing this invitational. It was amazing to watch you work. You were able to get through some intense games, but like to see Malfi rise through all of these matchups and coming into these grand finals, this is what we were talking about. This is that Cinderella story. This
Oh
is
yeah.
so cool to see. Uh,
Tensai pulling out his
yes,
cephalid illusionist,
Tensai
being
should
I
have
should
just
have
gone
played
for the
this.
cephalid breakfast. I was telling you, the podcast told me should have gone with the cephalid breakfast. But
There you
we are
go.
gonna take a short break here. Get the players, give the players a little bit of a break, and we'll be right back for our final grand finals. Look forward to seeing you all there.
See you then.